Get ready for non-stop action. Joe Rogan is calling for a massive title fight at UFC Freedom 250. Michael Chiesa gets a new opponent at UFC Seattle, just as the main card is finalized. Plus, is Islam Makhachev faking an injury, or is there more to the story? And Movsar Evlov is sending a direct message to Alexander Volkanovski about wrestling. You don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Joe Rogan wants one more fight added to UFC Freedom 250. Joe Rogan wants one more fight added to UFC Freedom 250. Movsar Evlov further cemented his case for a featherweight title shot after he edged out Lerone Murphy by majority decision at UFC Fight Night 270 Saturday from the O2 in London. Evlov overcame a point deduction after landing two inadvertent low blows during the fight. Rogan thinks the Russian fighter has done more than enough to earn a shot at UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, and he wants to see it on June 14 at the White House. Rogan noticed that Evlov opted to stand and trade with Murphy for the most part, noting the pressure he must be under to finish fights with strikes. Fans are buzzing about the potential Volkanovski versus Evlov matchup, with many agreeing with Rogan that Evlov has earned his shot. Don't go anywhere, we've got more UFC news coming your way. Next up, a late change shakes up the UFC Seattle main card. Michael Chiesa has a new opponent at UFC Seattle. The six-bout main card for UFC Seattle is set, with a late update confirming Nico Price will replace Carlston Harris in a welterweight bout against Michael Chiesa. This fight is slated to be a farewell for the Washington native Chiesa, who has been victorious in 3 straight octagon appearances. Price, however, has lost 5 of his last 6 outings. UFC Seattle, also known as UFC Fight Night 271, takes place at Climate Pledge Arena and is headlined by a middleweight duel between ex-champ Israel Adesanya and Joe Pyfer. The fight community is discussing the impact of this late change on Chiesa's farewell bout and the overall UFC Seattle card. But the drama doesn't stop there. We're diving deep into a potential injury scandal rocking the UFC lightweight division. Is Islam Makhachev faking an injury? The White House card, UFC Freedom 250, faced criticism for not meeting expectations. A potential superfight between lightweight champion Ilia Topuria and welterweight champion Islam Makhachev could have changed that. Topuria accepted a fight at 170 pounds against Makhachev, but Makhachev declined, citing a hand injury. However, a recent video shows Makhachev hitting a heavy boxing bag with both hands, raising questions about the severity of his injury. Dana White stated Makhachev is recovering, but the video has led to speculation on social media, with Ian Machado Gary and Topuria himself questioning the legitimacy of the injury and calling it an excuse. Makhachev responded, claiming Topuria backed out. Fans and fighters alike are debating the validity of Makhachev's injury, with the potential superfight now in jeopardy. We're not done yet. Get ready for a direct challenge to the featherweight king. Movsar Evlov sends a message to Alexander Volkanovski about wrestling. Movsar Evlov is gaining confidence in his striking after his win at UFC Fight Night 270. The undefeated featherweight contender defeated Lerone Murphy by majority decision, not heavily relying on his wrestling. Evlov called for a title shot against UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski. Volkanovski responded, suggesting Evlov didn't push his wrestling and dared him to try and take him down, confident in his takedown defense. Evlov fired back, stating he doesn't believe he needs wrestling to beat Volkanovski and that it would be special to take his throne, emphasizing he makes no excuses. He also addressed critics, asserting he will be a champion. This exchange has ignited discussion about Evlov's confidence and his potential to challenge Volkanovski for the featherweight title. And that's all the UFC news for today. Stick around for a rapid-fire recap of all the top stories, and don't forget to subscribe. Joe Rogan is pushing for a huge title fight at UFC Freedom 250 with Movsar Evlov. Michael Chiesa is getting a new opponent for his farewell fight at UFC Seattle. We're questioning if Islam Makhachev's hand injury is legitimate after a new video surfaced. And Movsar Evlov has a clear message for featherweight champ Alexander Volkanovski. Don't miss any of the action, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content.